Chicago. Snow in some areas. Highs around 20 degrees today. More snow is expected. Snow accumulating in the Chicago area with winter weather warnings and advisories in effect through parts of the weekend.
All right, you have a great day, okay?
Meteorologist Bob
Happy
The
Friday.
heaviest snow that had been around O'Hare Airport over the past hour is now pushed off to the south. The heaviest
See you later,
snow
okay?
near Batavia eastward to Wheaton, pushing southward from there toward Aurora and Bolingbrook. Farmers in the north, another band of lake-effect snow is now moving out of southeastern Wisconsin toward Waukegan. That'll be extending southward to southwestward over the course of the next hour. This is what we've seen today. Lake-effect snow bands have pushed through, and underneath these bands of snow, visibility comes down. The snow falls heavily, and it's going to be the case as we head into this evening. There'll be times of snow and other times just wind and cold and a partly cloudy sky. All told, much of the area picking up at least 1 to 3 inches. There'll be localized totals. They're already above that, 3 to 6 inches. Ultimately, the heaviest snow totals between now and tomorrow will wind up over northwest Indiana, where 6 to 12 inches will accumulate. I'm AccuWeather's Bob Larson.
Thank you, Bob. The people documenting ICE agent activity in Chicago are getting some new marching orders from Governor Pritzker. WBBM political editor Jeff Buckles has a story.
Members of the Illinois Accountability Commission heard from University of Chicago law professor Nicole Hallett during their latest hearing at the Bolandic building. She told them former Border Patrol Commander Greg Bovino directed ICE agents during Operation Midway Blitz in a way that departed from decades of professional standards.
Bovino explained to a white Chicago Sun-Times reporter that, quote, officers ask, how do they look compared to, say, you?
And that's the sort of thing the governor has now asked the commission to document. He's formally directed its members to examine the impact of conduct and decisions from Bovino, as well as DHS Secretary Kristi Noem, Border Czar Tom Homan, and White House Senior Advisor Stephen Miller. The governor told reporters this week that changes in job titles and locations should not prevent the people involved from being held accountable.
Killings took place, and it was under their orders.
The commission's hearings will continue. We're in the loop. Jeff Buckles, News Radio 105.9. WBBM.
A jury has found a Milwaukee man guilty of felony identity theft. He's accused of faking threats against President Trump in an effort to frame another man.
52-year-old Demetric Scott, according to police, admitted he wrote letters threatening to kill the president in the name of a man he was accused of attacking, an undocumented immigrant from Mexico who prosecutors say he was trying to frame to get him deported and have the case tossed out. Scott was accused of stabbing Ramon Morales Reyes and stealing his bike. It's alleged he wrote the letters from jail after his arrest. The Homeland Security Secretary, Kristi Noem, played up the arrest of Morales Reyes on social media before authorities determined he didn't write the letters, couldn't have, because he doesn't speak English well and can't write in English. Morales Reyes was not deported. He's home with his family and has a pending immigration case. Mike Krauser, News Radio 105.9 WBBM.
Starting Sunday, many participants in the federal government's Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP, will have to meet new requirements to get benefits. Chicagoans will be feeling the pinch.
Cameron Matson is the communications manager with the Greater Chicago Food Depository. She tells WBBM SNAP participants who are unable to meet certain work requirements will be limited to 3 months of benefits over 3 years before they lose their assistance entirely.
Those who lose that then are going to have even greater needs, are going to come to their local food pantries. And so we at the Food Depository are bracing ourselves for more of a hunger crisis.
The Food Depository estimates as many as 450,000 SNAP participants in Illinois are at risk of losing their benefits because of these new rules.
Food insecurity is already elevated throughout the area right now. Prices are high, cost of living, we're already serving at a high capacity. You add this extra challenge of people losing their benefits, and we're expecting to see even more people at our network of food pantries and soup kitchens and other locations.
Terry Keschner, 105.9 WBBM.
After sitting idle for more than a dozen years, 2 local school buildings have now been sold.
The Chicago School Board has approved the sale of the Paderewski School property on 22nd and Lawndale in Little Village and the Armstrong School property in the 5300 block of West Congress Parkway in Austin. 3 bidders wanted the Armstrong building, one that wanted to repurpose it for clinical services and a food pantry. Another wanted to redevelop the property into a senior living community. The winning bidder for $55,500 wants to build an 86-unit affordable housing development. Two bidders wanted the Paderewski property, one that wanted to repurpose the main building as a cosmetology school. The winning bidder, for $100,000, plans to redevelop the sites into an athletic training facility and studio rental suites for athletic trainers. Bernie Tafoya, News Radio 105.9 WBBM.
From endless road repairs to higher fares, your commute keeps changing. You can count on us to track every delay and every increase. With traffic and weather together on the 8s and dedicated reporting, your Chicago commuting companion is News Radio 105.9 WBBM. It's 4:08. We've got traffic and weather together on the 8s. Here's Neil Fiorito.
Well, we'll start on the tollways, Brandon. The Ronald Reagan I-88 eastbound, you are heavy from 355. The Highlander crash there reported in the two right lanes. And now word of a crash on the Jane Addams eastbound. Right around Roselle Road, you have heavier than normal traffic because of the weather, the snowy conditions. So you have delays on I-90 to Jane Addams Tollway, roughly and on either side between the area of O'Hare and out toward Barrington Road. Same with the Tri-State Tollway through Lake County and near O'Hare, especially heavy. The plows are out, though. We're hearing some tipsters letting us know that. We do appreciate all of your calls here on the WBBM Mercedes-Benz of Hoffman Estates traffic tip line 855-780 Road. Definitely appreciate you calling in and keeping us updated on everything. We do have a stall reported still in the express lanes on the Kennedy outbound. This is right around Fullerton, which is why you're slowing from the Ohio feeder, and you're saving time in the local lanes, about 7 minutes. Stick with the local lanes on the Kennedy out. 22 to Montrose, 37 to the airport. Coming in about 55 and 31 off the junction. Heavy traffic in spots from the River Road Toll Plaza all the way to past the Wintrust mural near North Avenue and into downtown. Travel time on the Edens in 41. You're 20 to make it outbound. Delays on I-190 continue to and from the O'Hare terminals. Big travel times on the Ike to and from the Jane Addams. Outbound an hour 26, an hour 32 in. Stevenson out an hour 11 to 355, about 45 inbound. The Dan Ryan 33 out, 22 in. Nothing major on 57 and the Ford, just slight delays. Same with DuSable Lakeshore Drive, really heavy around Chicago Avenue, through Grant Park and southbound getting into Hyde Park as well. We have some delays on Route 53 either way in spots between the Jane Addams and Northwest Highway thanks to snow. On I-80, nothing major to highlight, just to back up like usual westbound from US 30 into Joliet. Delays eastbound into Tinley Park, and in Northwest Indiana, a backup on 8094 west past Broadway as you make your way toward Kennedy Avenue. Your next traffic report from the Metro Traffic Center, 418 News Radio 105.9 WBBM.
With AccuWeather, we are expecting more snow, some this afternoon up to 6 inches, and then tonight the accumulation ranges anywhere from 6 to 12 inches, with higher levels near the lake, especially in northwest Indiana. We do have some snow in areas across Chicago and the suburbs. 18 degrees right now, it's 411.
Welcome back to Ask Hasselus. I'm Weston. What's your question?
I give up. Where are they?
Who?
Employees.
What?
You say Hasselus Matter Show.
What's up, everybody? Happy Friday. Woo-hoo! It's a little cold, though. I'm glad everybody's tuning in. Hey, thanks for tuning in, Jose. Yeah, I tried to do it. I'm a lifelong Chicagoan, so yeah, I appreciate that comment. You know what I mean? What I tried to do, look, I'm in between like retirement and making money. I worked for all my life, and now I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna get a job. I've looked for work. You know, they're not hiring people. That's a lie. There's no jobs out there for people. You can get a job if you fit in. There's plenty of work if you want to do it. But I'm a guy that works for people, so it's hard for me to get that job, and I'm older and all this and cranky. So it might be a little harder for me to get work, but it is what it is. So I'm figuring out if I can do this and make money. If I don't make money, I make a little bit from the Facebook pays people, depending on the content, and they give you ad money. I guess people look at our content and give us ad money. I don't know who the ads are. I don't see it. I don't know who's advertising. I don't see who's advertising on my page, so I don't know. I can't gear my content toward that. So that's how I make a little money. It pays for the gas, usually. If I have something break on my car, then I have to borrow money from one of my kids or something, or I do some other jobs. But, yeah, I appreciate it. I guess the long story is I do this because I want to do it, and I love my city, and that's why I appreciate people that are tuning in, because I'm a Chicagoan. I actually like what I do, right? Sometimes I get talking about stuff that's pretty, I don't know, it's not nice stuff, right? That we're dealing with, but I like this. I like Michigan Avenue. I like State Street. I grew up going to State Street. You know, I went to the Brighton Theater. I went to the Colony Theater, right? That's where I went to the movies, right? I went to United Artists, right? I think I went to Mick Vickers once or twice. I don't know if I did. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I did. I used to go to Medina Temple with my family for their Christmas show for my dad's company, right? So I've been all over, and I like those kind of things. I'm not trying to relive my childhood. I'm not into that weird. I'm not into that. I don't know what that's, infantilism, or you think you want to be your kid again. No, I'm not into that. But I wanna, you know, I want to be part of my city and see what it becomes. Kind of, you know, that's I guess where I'm getting to today. Like, I've been to other cities. I've seen bad stuff, right? I've been to Kansas City when it was bad. I was up in Minneapolis in the 80s. It was bad. They were tearing down stuff. You know what I mean? I've been in LA. That smells. I've been in San Antonio. That's a nice city. The Riverwalk, San Antonio is cleaned up. Detroit actually is getting cleaned up. If you've gone to downtown Detroit or downtown Cleveland, they're getting there. Now, the other parts of Detroit are still messed up. But I guess where I'm going to is, look, this is my city. It's our city, right? It's our city. And whatever, maybe we won't go back to the glory days of State Street. Maybe we'll have something else. I don't know what it will be. I don't know. I'm not that guy. All I'm is a guy with a videotape in my car, and I drive around and talk like I am doing now. But I want to make this clear. I love my city. You know, these people who, I get these weird comments, and they're mostly from these influencers. You know, there's a lot of influencers. They want to sell condos and townhomes and all of that stuff in Chicago. They buy stuff in Inglewood, and then they say it's an up and coming neighborhood when there's gangbangers down the street. Like, yeah, okay. You should know where you live in Chicago. I do. You can tell me an address. I can tell you. Yeah, well, I don't know. I wouldn't live there. Not yet. Maybe in 10 years. Maybe in 20. But not right now. Not with little kids walking around, right? But the point I'm trying to make is and then they always say, well, you hate Chicago. You're a blah, blah, blah. And then I get these guys, you're a racist. You're a MAGA. You're a liberal. I say, so which one am I? Do I hate Chicago? Am I a MAGA and am I a liberal? Which one is it? I don't know. They all are kind of opposites. I'm none of those. I love my city. That's why I do this. I want it to be better, right? Do I want it to be in the daily years? Absolutely not. No. Do I want it to be in the Harold Washington years? Absolutely not. Do I want it to be in the Tony Cermak years? Absolutely not. I want it to be in the 2026 year. I want it to be in the 2027 year. I want it to go forward, to be a future, right? Here. See that there? This is Michigan Avenue. That store is closed. 700 North Michigan Avenue is closed. That's all closed. There was a guy that did an abandoned video. You can look it up. He does Uber at it. What do they call it? Urban UX or UX exploring. He was in there. There's a pool up there in one of these buildings, all the way up. He breaks in and goes through the back stairways. These guys explore abandoned buildings, young guys. He was in that building, I think, and there's an abandoned pool on the roof there. Yeah, that's an abandoned building. Right? It's beautiful here. Look at that. They still got the lights. It's nice here. There's nothing wrong with our city. Right? There's another one across the street that's abandoned. There's a lot. So here's the idea. All right, so they're abandoned. I just said that. Well, why are they abandoned? Well, high taxes, high crime, and bad business environment, right? So if you know those three things, so start working on the things that you can do. Can you fight crime? Sure you can, but you can't lock everybody up. You can't shoot everybody in the back, right? You can't do that. You got to figure out what's going on. So how about creating jobs? Well, one way you create jobs, if we're in a post-industrial time, meaning we don't build things anymore, which we can again, but we got to get all those jobs from China. I don't know if somebody wants to work in a factory anymore, but do young kids want to do that? Well, maybe we need to change the curriculum in our schools and stop talking about dildos and Gazas and transes and all that, and let let families decide if they want to be trans and use dildos and they want to go to Gaza and fight the Muslims, or I don't know if they're fighting Muslims or they're pro-Muslim. If you're Gaza, you're pro-Muslim. I don't even know that argument there. I don't even know the pro-Gaza thing. I don't even get it. You're pro-Muslim, but you're pro-gay and you're pro-this, and yeah, it's all weird. It's a weird argument. You know what I'm talking about? So why don't we go back to teaching how to read, how to be an American, how to get a job, how to be part of your community civics, how to be part of your ward, be a precinct captain, be part of the your civic associations. Maybe there's some other groups. Maybe there's an environmental group in your neighborhood that cleans up the areas. Maybe there's a youth group in your area where you help mentor young guys. Oh man, they got something with the cops over here. Oh, something happened there. Let's do a U-turn. All right, we're gonna have to check this out. We got police activity, everybody. There we go. We got heavy police activity, Michigan Avenue. There you go, right? Oh, what's going on here, man? They got protests or something? Yeah, they got something going on here. Oh, I don't have my radio with me. Oh man, I forgot it again. I was in a rush. Sorry about it. Oh, there's a heavy police activity here, man. Let me go check. See that there? Heavy police activity here at the Wrigley building, right? Did I miss a Gaza pro? Yeah, there's a heavy police activity. See that there? There you go. Did I miss something? Let's count how many cops are here, right? There's a lot of cops here. Did you see that there, Jason? Oh, they're all getting out of here, man. And what's going on? We'll count the cop cars here. So that's what, that's what I'm thinking, right? Like, where are we at? Are we teaching young people to be Americans? Are we teaching them how to have a job? Well, that's slavery. What do you mean that's slavery? We're teaching them. I was told that about, because I teach carpentry and drafting. I said that's a dirty job. Once this associate of Bill Ayers says your vocational education teaches people to be slaves. I was like, what? Because that's a slave job. I said, yeah, plumbing pays $100,000 a year. I don't know about that. Don't you gotta take a shit every day? Who do you call when your toilet plugs up? Yeah, that's slavery. I don't think that's slavery. That's the slave master. The guy that can fix your toilet, he's the master. He's not the slave. That's kind of the guy who cooks your food is not the slave. Well, man, they're all leaving here. See that there? All right, so let's get out of here, right? So a bunch of cops on Michigan Avenue. That's what you see. And everybody knows there was already a homicide today. Carlos, was it? Sorry that I forgot your name. I see these things scrolling up as I'm driving. I don't want to crash. I know someone had just said there's a homicide. There was a homicide on the west side. I think Justin at Crime Chasers covered it, and thanks for giving me that post. So there's already been a homicide today. There was been multiple homicides the last few days. A couple of suicides yesterday with SWAT. And look, will what I'm saying solve all our problems? Absolutely not. There was a guy. There's problems to be solved. There's problems to be eliminated, and there's problems to be managed. And I think crime is one of those managed problems, right? It's where you have to have deterrence and the consequences. You can't. You can lock a lot of people up like they did, and I think, what is it? Is it in Ecuador? Is that where he is? Where is Ecuador? El Salvador? One of those, right? Ecuador? Where he got that super max. He puts all the criminals down. He says, yeah, I locked up all the criminals. All the crime went down. Oh, okay, that's good. You solved the crime problem. Now, are you still have enough work? What are you going to do with all those people? See, that's the other thing. What do you do with all those people that you're locking up? Are they just sitting around and we're paying for them? So isn't that like a form of welfare? Yeah. You see, I'm left, right? I'm a left-leaning guy. A right conservative says, oh, well, lock them up and who cares? Well, I'm left and I'm saying, well, if I lock everybody up, then I'm paying for them to be locked up. That don't make no sense. Then they're lazy in jail. First they were lazy stealing my bicycle, selling crack cocaine on the corner. So now they're doing what in jail? Having gay sex? Making Dorito hot dog stuff? And they even smuggling videos. There's a lot of those, the prison videos. You guys see those, right? I used to post them. I stopped. That's weird. Why are you posting videos of weird stuff you're doing in prison? Go do your prison stuff, get better, get going, and do your time and get out. But think about that. Think about that's kind of a perverted sense of these MAGAs, and I don't know if it's the MAGAs. I don't know. MAGAs are different. But some of these Christian conservatives talk about lock everybody up, and yeah, we need to. There has to be consequences. But if I'm locking you up, then who's paying for you to be locked up? Well, then you can go back to maybe the chain gang. I don't know. Maybe we need to do that again. Maybe we need to do something. If you get locked up, you got to work. You don't get to sit in a cell and get Doritos and cook hot dogs and get a cell phone, man. You don't get any of that. You get a book. You want to go to school. You want to eat. You need to go work, do a job. Well, that's slavery. No, it's not slavery. It's paying for your room and board. When I was 15, I had to pay my dad rent. I paid my dad rent. So I don't get that. I mean, you know what I'm talking about? And now, like Marietta now, we're talking about the government shutdown. So wait up. So we elected you to run our country, but yet you're shutting us down. You kind of get it? It's exactly what you guys brought up. That's why I love our viewers. It's not even my viewers, it's our viewers. SubX.News is everybody's. We're all together. That's what I try to do. That's why I drive around, I talk, I listen to the crime. This is our city, our country, our world, wherever we're at. So now the government's saying, oh, we're going to shut down again. Like, okay. Oh, because you're shooting ICE people. Well, so they're holding each other hostage now. First of all, why did that shooting happen? Were they trained properly? Why did they send the protesters there to aggravate the ICE guys that are untrained? It seems like it's a setup almost. We don't have the Epstein files, right? We don't know what fraud is going on anymore. All of a sudden we have shootings, and now all of a sudden the real problems where the money is at disappears. But yet we have people shooting each other in the street. We're in America. We're not somewhere in some back roads country or down in some place where they don't have the laws, man. We have laws and rules. Right? Don't shoot people in the back. When a lady has a pot of hot water, you don't get to shoot her in the face. That's Miss Massey yesterday, 20-year conviction. Yeah, you don't get to shoot a lady in the face, bro. Because she's got... How were you fearful? Did you see the pictures of that guy? That guy has muscles bigger than my head. And he's afraid of a black lady that called for help? Come on, man. Where are we at here? We need to evaluate all these cops. Are they doing their jobs? It's like Marietta keeps saying. Marietta has a good theme. Corruption, corruption, corruption. Are these cops doing their jobs? I don't care if you're on your cell phone, but if there's crime and murders and mayhem, you need to be doing that first. Yeah, I get it. It's a hard job and you can relax a little bit. But if there's crime, you need to take care of the crime. And I don't want to push the crime to another neighborhood like they do with the speed cars, the racers. What you should be doing is fighting the crime. Now, is getting people jobs fighting crime? I don't know. Locking people up does work. It does work. Again, it's 4:27. You see, there's nobody downtown. It's Friday. I mean, it's empty. Downtown Chicago's empty. That's the things that we should be talking about. I don't want to be talking about, you know. Something just happened right here. Something just happened right here. Right there, see that? Something just happened here. Right there. That's right here. Let me do a quick U-turn and watch what's going on here. They just went into that bank. Oh, they locked the bank up. Huntington Bank. Something's going on right here. Something just happened here, right? Something just happened in that bank. SubX.News live right there. Alright, let's listen to their radio calls. Something just happened right in that bank. Right there. We just pulled up. So something happened and they're leaving now, right? There you go. SubX.News, right? So they're looking for something. I don't have my radio with me. I need to put the radio calls on, right? I was going to listen to 430 News, but I don't know. It's popping already. It's popping already. So they're looking for somebody. See that there? Those guys are looking for somebody. See that there? So something happened here at the Huntington Bank. I don't have my scanner channel up yet. So they're looking for somebody. Maybe came in there and just said something. So there you go. It's SubX.News. It's always something. Let's listen to 430 News.
Chicago's news, traffic, and weather station, News Radio 105.9 and WBBMNewsRadio.com.
It's 4:30. Good afternoon. I'm Brandon Eisen in for Lisa Fielding. These are the top stories on News Radio WBBM. Chicago will see bursts of lake effect snow today. AccuWeather joins our coverage with the latest next.
This is Bernie Tafoya. A nomination has been made for the person to head the agency that investigates allegations of Chicago police shootings and wrongdoing.
Westtown neighbors are calling for alternatives to a protected bike lane, and an Emmy Award-winning comedic actress has died. WBBM Business.
Wall Street lower today.
That whole building's empty there.
The Dow today down 179 points. The Nasdaq down 223. The S&P down 30. I'm Tom Busby at Bloomberg.
We've got some light snow right now in Chicago. 18 degrees, and we're in for another stretch of snowy winter weather as we head into the weekend. AccuWeather meteorologist Bob Larson joins us with a live update.
Brandon, currently tracking two areas of lake effect snow pushing across the region. The most notable one came through O'Hare and many of our western suburbs about an hour ago. That is now still active. It's pushing off to the south of O'Hare. It basically extends from just west of Aurora, southeastward to near Bolingbrook, and southward toward Plainfield. The second area of lake effect snow, it's a smaller area at this point. It's centered over Waukegan this hour, where the visibility has dropped to 3/4 of a mile in the snow that is falling. That is pushing southward. Through the first part of this evening, we'll find some periodic bands of lake effect snow that will swing through at times, dropping the visibility and leading to difficult travel during this Friday evening commute. Winter storm warning goes till midnight. After midnight, this lake effect snow should be dissipating and shifting more into northwest Indiana. Might try to extend back into the city of Chicago during the day Saturday when a winter weather advisory is in effect. But for during the day Saturday, I think the most significant snows will be in northwest Indiana, where totals can reach 6 to 12 inches. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Bob Larson.
It's 4:32. The Police Oversight Board is tapping COPA's interim head to lead the Police Misconduct Agency permanently. The story from WBBM's Bernie Tafoya.
LaKenya White has received the nomination of the Community Commission for Public Safety and Accountability to head COPA, the Civilian Office of Police Accountability. She's been working in police accountability for 25 years. CBS News Chicago was at the meeting when White's nomination was announced.
I love the work that I do. If they need me out there, I'm going to do the work. If I need to take an interview, if I need to knock on doors, you will see me.
The commission says 27 people applied for the job to head COPA. Of those, 5 were selected for interviews, and White received the nod. She has a bachelor's degree in criminal justice and an MBA with a concentration on fraudulent investigations. Her nomination still needs to be approved by the Chicago City Council. Bernie Tafoya, News Radio 1059 WBBM.
The neighbors and business owners in one Chicago neighborhood are asking their aldermen to ease up on plans to extend the city's network of protected bike lanes.
If you're riding your bike east along Grand Avenue from Western, you can do it here in a dedicated lane protected by a hard curb and a row of parallel parked cars. But once you cross Damon Avenue, the sign says it all. Bike lane ends. The city, however, is moving forward with the next phase of a 3-year plan to build a protected bike lane from Damon east to Ogden. It's being championed by the local alderman, Daniel Espada, who's an avid cyclist and was on hand last September when the city finished 100 miles of protected bike lanes.
This is the work for Chicago. We always keep moving forward.
But Doug Van Tress, whose Golden Triangle antique store moved here from River North 5 years ago, says the planned lanes will wipe out street parking spaces that businesses here need.
You put these cement curbs in everywhere, and what parking remains is very hard to get into.
Van Tress is hoping the city can find other ways to improve safety and help businesses here. We're in Westtown. Jeff Buckles, News Radio 1059, WBBM.
Catherine O'Hara has died at the age of 71. The Emmy-winning actor is best known for her roles in Home Alone and Schitt's Creek. David Edelstein has more on O'Hara's lasting legacy.
Her gifts came to light in the 70s in Canada's Second City Television, SCTV. The series was the funniest hallucination of TV ever to appear on TV, and O'Hara gave it a shot of sexy dementia.
What I did for love, I now do for 60. For you, 75.
She had a bizarrely funny bit in Martin Scorsese's nightmare comedy After Hours.
Why does it hurt so much?
Because it's infected. Let me get it off for you.
Just stop touching it.
I want to get it off for you.
Stop touching it.
Her agency, CAA, announced that she died this morning at her Los Angeles home after a brief illness. As more Epstein files are released, the Justice Department says that some of the content contains untrue information about President Trump.
The Justice Department said it has resumed releasing more material from its Jeffrey Epstein files under a law intended to show what the government knew about Epstein's actions. The department says it's putting out 3 million pages of documents plus thousands of images and videos.
Today's release marks the end of a very comprehensive document identification and review process to ensure transparency to the American people.
Though Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche acknowledges it may not be enough for many.
There's a hunger or a thirst for information that I do not think will be satisfied by the review of these documents.
There's been intense public speculation about what information the government had about Epstein's dealings with the rich and powerful, including Donald Trump, and whether it would hold back incriminating material. Blanche says it's not.
We did not protect President Trump. We didn't protect or not protect anybody.
Sagar Meghani, Washington.
Coming up, we've got your low gas prices, traffic and weather together. And don't forget, WBBM.
But they said, the government just put out a statement. Didn't you hear them? They said, oh yeah, they said these aren't true documents. Well, they're documents. They're not true or not. They're documents. Do you see the Connor? Trump needs to stop that. He just needs to let things go. He's an 80-year-old white dude, man. He's the president twice. Who cares? He can't be president again. He should shut his mouth, do his job, and fix the country. Make America great again. He promised he was going to do that. And we're not there yet. We need a little bit more work there, my brother. You stop focusing on what you did with that dude, man. If you did something, who the hell cares? If it was illegal or illegal, then we'll figure that out. But you hear it, they said, oh yeah, these are not blah blah documents. Not their documents. A document is a document. So you're already putting your bias on there. It's what I wrote about Grok yesterday. I went into this whole big thing with Grok and Somalis.
Your lunch. Kids get in free.
And Grok started saying, oh, the Somalis that are blah blah blah. And I didn't ask you that question. I said, where did the Somalis get the money from? Everybody knows that money that the Somalis got, that started with Trump. Everybody knows that one too? Oh yeah, I just wrote that. That's on my page. That the money the Somalis got started with Trump from COVID. Yeah, look it up. That's why those damn people are shooting each other up there. That's Trump money. Did it get worse under Biden? Yes. It got worse under Biden, but Trump started that money. Those Somalis are CIA people, like I keep telling you guys. Those Venezuelans that came here, those aren't communists. Those were anti-communists. Those were CIA guys. These guys that were in Chicago, those young military-aged men, they were CIA.
Any competitors deal on any new...
Same thing with those Somalis. They worked against the governments there. You know, we were fighting Somalia a long time, Black Hawk Down. Remember that?
In Richmond Park, the Walmart...
Yeah, where do you think all those people came when they purged them? They purged Somalia and Ethiopia. They purged them. They all came here. Those are those people. That's those people.
Sponsored by Forces.
Trump gave them money. He said, okay, COVID, give them a bunch of money. And then they got more money, and then they became fraudulent. Why? Because it's a government program that paying people that worked for our government. That's the story there. That's known already 2 to 3 years now. That's an old story. That's not even new anymore. But it's covered up by the mainstream media. It's covered up by the MAGAs, and it's covered up by some liberals too, because some liberals were taking that money too and using those people. The liberals got money. Here, the Republicans facilitated it, right? The government, the third state. Because these were our people, right? They worked in those countries. They were anti-government people from those other countries. We brought them here, and then the liberals used it for social, what do you call that? Services, and they make money off it. So it's like a symbiotic, parasitic relationship, right? It's government stealing our money, basically, and blaming each other. Yeah, look it up. Look it up. If you look up, I have a graffiti. I used to interview these Venezuelans. They were anti-Maduro guys. These were the guys that tried to overthrow him. Got that? Same thing with those Somalis. Those Somalis were anti. There was the ISIS at one time, and there was communists up in Somalia, right? These are those anti-fighters. Those are them. That's who's living in Minneapolis. Yeah, that's them. They're government workers.
Report from the Metro Traffic Center, 448 News Radio 105.9 WBBM.
WBBM active weather. Watch for slippery conditions as we head into the evening hours. We'll have bands of lake effect snow continuing into tonight and tomorrow.
That was that money, Ms. Zedor. We never even got full investment. There's a whole bunch of people in Chicago that got but these guys got it because they were working for us, right? Let's see if these guys want some coffee or something.
From Porter County on East. Low tonight 9, high tomorrow 23. It's 18 at O'Hare.
They're still sleeping in their boxes. See that? There you go. Why aren't we helping African Americans? See that? See that? See that there? See that? We can argue all we want and do all we want to do, but you still got this. There you go. Friday afternoon, 4:41 p.m. Still got people living on the street here in downtown Chicago. You see that there? You talking about Gazas and Minneapolis and all this, man. You need to be taking care of our city here, my brother. You got blacks sleeping on your sidewalks in downtown, bro. You see that there? Yeah. Brandon Johnson, you need to take care of your people, brother. You seen that, right?
Luigi Mangione will not face the death penalty if he is convicted for the December 2024 murder of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson. The federal judge ruled that the other crimes Mangione is still facing do not reach the level that prompts a death penalty case. CBS's Katrina Kaufman has the latest.
Both a good and a bad day for Luigi Mangione. On the plus side, the death penalty is off the table, but the contents of that backpack will be let in. That includes a firearm and a notebook with some writings that are very key to the prosecution's case.
Mangione's attorneys had argued that the backpack seized with his arrest was taken without a warrant. The Winter Olympics are a week away, and one of the most watched sports is expected to be curling, a game in which athletes use large stones and brooms on ice to score points. Kevin Tibbles is a member of the Chicago Curling Club in North Suburban Northbrook.
We find every 4 years there's a tremendous amount of interest in curling because it's on TV all over the place, and people start going, what are they doing? It looks kind of weird. It's actually quite a skillful
What's up,
sport.
Daryl?
Throwing these rocks, 40 plus pounds each, all the way down the ice
It's estimated that about 100,000 people in the U.S. participate in curling. Coming up, we've got your top trending stories in sports. It's 4:43.
During Black History Month, WBBM News Radio is honoring the people, the institutions, and the sounds that made a difference. Difference makers and Made in Chicago will highlight powerful stories whose impact continues to shape our communities, past and present. And every Friday, we'll take a closer listen to the music born from the Black community that has influenced culture far beyond it. Honoring Black History Month, News Radio 105.9 WBBM.
Cold outside? Great, because that means the deals are hot at Gillespie
Chicago,
Ford and
Illinois,
Gray
33
during our
million.
one-week-only deep freeze sale. Buy a new Escape for $13,000 off MSRP, or a new 2025 Explorer with $7,000 off MSRP. This week only, a new F-150 is available for 0% financing for 72 months. Shop the best sales and service experience at GillespieFord.com. Savings off MSRP offered on select models. Discount amount varies by VIN. 0% for 72 months equals $13,089 per month for $1,000 finance. Tax, title, license, and dealer fees extra. Offer expires 1/31/26. See dealer for complete details.
New CBS Sunday.
There you go. And then what? We got an empty downtown, right? It's 4:40 p.m. and it's empty down here. See that there? This is downtown Chicago on a Friday. Now this is downtown. This is State Street right here. Those are the TAC units right there. Oh man, they're doing something here. We just pulled up. Oh man. There's something just happened. Did I just miss something? I need to put my radio on, man. Did I just miss something? Those are all the TAC units just showed up, everybody. Those are the tactical units. I'll show you here. Let me. SubX.News, man. Let's see what they're doing here, man. See that? There you go, man. And all the tactical units just showed up here. They must be going downstairs into the trains. Yeah, they're doing something here, man. We're gonna do a U-turn here, man. They're doing something. We're doing something. There you go, man. All the TAC units are here. Because they're right here by this subway right there. See that there? There you go. They're going into the subway. See that there? SubX.News. There you go, man. There's something going on. So we just seen the Huntington Bank. Yeah, they're doing something, man. Yeah, they're doing something. Yeah, they're going down into the subway there. You see that there? Oh yeah, there's something going on. Yeah, there's something going on here, man. I gotta put on the radio. Who's listening to the radio? I don't got my radio on. I gotta put the radio on. I'm doing all this political talking and I'm missing the crime talking. You just seen it, right? Yeah, it just happened that quick, right? You seen it, right, everybody? I'm gonna try to get to the...
4:46, time for sports. Joining us live at the sports desk. Here's 670 Sports.
They're doing something. They're looking for somebody. We're gonna have to... And I get on the radio, right? Let me... I'm sharing that the sleeping on the street stuff. Doing something here, man. See that there? So they're going somewhere. See that there? They're looking for somebody, that's for sure, man. See that there? Yeah, they're looking for somebody. Something's going on. We're going to have to put the radio on. I ain't got time for politics today, everybody. I got to do the crime chasing. All right, let's go. They're chasing somebody. Let's go. They're chasing somebody. I'm going to keep my window. They're chasing somebody. Right, see that there? Let's go see what these guys are doing, huh? You guys want to do some crime chasing? Oh, yeah, that's what we do, right? What's up, Daryl, my brother? I'm in the middle. Here I'm talking politics and philosophies and LGBTQs and Gazas and dildos and stuff, and there's crime happening right in front of us. Oh, man. That's what happens when you live in a big city. You get everything, right? Yeah, the PP loans, man. Yeah, they did a lot. No, these guys are going straight. All right. All right, we need to get over, right? So I don't crash into them. They're gonna think I'm following them because of ice, right? Or something. Let's see what these guys, they're over here. Now they're going into this subway, right? See that there? Yeah, they're going in. There's something going on. They're doing something. Yeah, they're going there. There's something going on. We're going to have to listen to the radio, man. Look at that, man. There's a whole bunch of ghouls there, man. Did you see that, Jason? That's some Goombas. Let's get down the radio and let's listen to what's happening. This will be on Citywide 1. If they're doing a special thing there, you won't hear it. So I'm going to get on to Citywide 1 and see what's going on. That way we can hear what these Goombas are doing over there, man. And there's a lot of goons there going into the subway, isn't there? There you go, SubX.News. So we were at the bank first. Remember we were at the bank? There was something going on at Huntington Bank over on Wacker. And now something's going on down here. See, there's another cop over there. You see him there walking? So something's going on underneath us. I'm going to have to figure this out. Let me post something and then somebody check Citywide 1 if something's going on Citywide 1. All right, so they're in the subway system here, right? There's something going on downstairs in the red line. There's a bunch of tactical units just went down there. Let me just post that. That way I timestamp it, right? That way it's timestamped, right? Then I can figure out what's going on, right? There we go. We got it timestamped, right? That's the best thing. That's what I do, right? With this. So there's something going on underneath this, and I'm still posting something else too. So, I'm in the middle of a whole bunch of stuff, right? About 4:40 p.m., January 30th, 2026, State Street. About 200 South State Street. Maybe I'll put it on Citizen app and they might have it, right?
Crews early return for medical reasons. The moonshot will take priority if it can launch by February 11th, the last possible launch date in February. I'm Lisa Dwyer.
The Service Employees International Union's healthcare wing is sounding an alarm about federal Medicaid cuts that threatens safety net hospitals.
Tax the rich! Tax the rich! Fund our care! Fund our care!
The union hosted hospital workers and elected officials at its headquarters at Halstead and Cermak and IGO with the union.
When the administration slashed Medicaid in the big ugly bill, it pulled the rug out from under black and brown communities that have been under-resourced and shut out of quality care for generations.
She cited a report that says 500,000 Illinois residents are expected to lose insurance coverage by 2034.
Let me get back on the radio calls. Maybe we'll figure out what's going on. I'm sure there's a fight down there, right?
Safety net hospital doors open, and the massive Trump Medicaid funding cuts pushed them to a breaking point. This is serious.
SEIU is urging Illinois lawmakers to pass what's known as the HEAL grant program that it says would provide a safety net for the safety net hospitals. Mike Krauser, News Radio 105.9 WBBM.
Coming up, we've got the latest in business from Bloomberg.
I'm going to try to get on the radio now. I don't have my ham radio. I took it out because I did Snowmageddon. I never rebuilt it, put it in my car, so... because I switched cars for a little while. Let's see this. Let's see if we can hear what's going on down here. Citywide 1. And it happened around 4:30, right? We started seeing the cops down here. So we'll go to 4 o'clock.
It's going to be eastbound from Kedzie.
Furthering units in 18 in the citywide assaults in progress at CVS, 1165 North Clark. Males inside threatening employees, refusing to leave. Male black, last seen wearing a tan coat, tan pants, white shoes.
They're downstairs. They're in there.
88 David, that's 08023. 08023.
10-4.
Well, there's some fighting going on right there. These kids are fighting or something right there. You see that there?
Again, one number for...
They're doing something, those kids right there.
Weston, and
see that there?
Another for a train ride. Really eastbound from Weston to Damon, car number 715.
Those kids right there. There's a whole bunch of them.
Alright, Blue Line, Western to Damon. What number was that?
85.
Right there, there's a whole bunch of them. They're doing some shit, those kids.
08066.
I got watch, they're in back of me. See that there? There you go.
Where was your, I'll check that.
I'll check with that Weston.
Alright,
they're in back of me. They're fucking around. Those kids might be stealing.
08072.
See the whole group of them there? There's a whole group of them there.
86 Adam.
It might not be. I don't know.
Blue line. Check.
Sure. 08091. 08091.
3 units in the city with assault in progress, 715 East 47th Street, 715 East 47 at the Dollar Tree. I see 3 young male black were inside stealing, threatening security. One is still standing in front, threatening the security. Male black wearing a black sweater, gray pants. I got nothing further. 2nd District Zone 7.
Alright, I feel like you're driving us, getting some traffic control over at 1000 North Lakeshore Drive southbound. Also, your black Volvo is found on the drive, and she's partially blocking the right lane of traffic.
They're fucking around, those kids.
Sure, 10.
Units in 4 citywide, we're getting reports of assault in progress at 8903 South Chicago at the Amstar Fuel Mini Mart. Caller states it's male black and a silver Honda Civic.
There's something going on. I don't know what it is.
Caller, male is known to carry a gun, but no weapon was displayed. No further. Zone 8 clear.
834 at 835, use caution. Now coming in as a person with a gun, 2601 West 80th Street at the Carroll branch. Caller says 3 female parents are outside fighting. 1 female black last name wearing black has a gun. Zone 6 station clear.
1 Frank 33, citywide.
1 Frank 33.
Plate free, please. 58432. Eddie George, 58432.
And for you, okay?
I'm good.
Alright, Eddie George, 58432, coming back clear to a 2019 gray Chevy utility.
Yeah, there's something going on downtown. There's a bunch of kids doing stuff.
What was the name again? The last name?
The last name is Guevara.
Maria Guevara. Alright. Copy, thank you. I appreciate it. You can show us clear.
Okay, 10.
Just seen a big group of kids running around here, so we'll see what happens tonight.
86 David.
Event number, please. Chicago Red.
Alright, take 01854. I'm sorry, 08154.
Yeah, they're walking around here. They're going in back of us now.
7388 David.
88 David.
That's number Blue Line, Illinois Medical District, please.
08161. 08161.
7362.
7362. 7362. 7362, you trying to come in?
362, can I have a number for Roosevelt and Red?
Alright, that's going to be 08187. 08187.
I'm trying to get to the time when this cop stuff happened here.
738680.
You'll see if you can hear what's going on here, right?
I paid for Howard and Red Line.
08191. 08191.
739 for Charlie.
94 Charlie.
Can I get one for Sarah Matt Green, please?
That's 08204. 08204.
7394 boy.
94 boy.
Let me get a green line check at Sarah Matt Green.
There's something happening underneath and around me. I'm gonna go around the block, maybe.
3 units in 3 in the city with the robbery just occurred. 71st in Eberhard, 71 in Eberhard. Car seats 55.
You'll see the kids coming
caller
now.
reporting a male tall wearing a black coat and the girlfriend wearing a black coat live on the 2nd floor. They just robbed the caller at gunpoint.
Robbery, 71st and
Now
Everhard.
the team are no longer on scene and fire is going to be rolling. I got nothing further. Their district from Southern.
Alright, and for the Lakeshore Driving, that's getting some info for the police over at 1400 South Lakeshore Drive southbound. There's 2 small cars. They appear to be disabled in the middle of Lakeshore Drive going southbound. 3215.
3215. I'm gonna head there.
Yes, please.
99. 3214.
3214.
Yeah. Come on, 15.
3215 for the mobile.
Go ahead, Jose. If you're closer to the 1000 north, you can handle that one, and I'll take care of this one south. Alright, we can do that.
And I'll switch it up.
372.
Something's going on down underneath this. There's something happening.
36 red.
Take 08249. 08249.
7397.
7397.
Did a station check at UIC Halstead, and he hold me down here with 97 Adam and 97 Davidson.
And then they're messing around somewhere here. We'll see.
08261.
7387 Adam and Boy.
87 Adam and Boy.
She was doing a trip mission from O'Hare, Blue Line to Irving Park, please.
Alright, that's 08262. 08262.
36 Adam.
7386 Adam?
Yes, ma'am. Can I get a...
There's also a bunch of kids roaming around, too.
08283. 08283.
2432 units of citywide battery in progress. 6720 north on Sheridan, unit 311. His wife and his female roommate are fighting. Female Hispanic, brown coat, unknown if any weapons. 24th District, Zone 11, station clear. 2433 units of citywide assault in progress. 6458 north Sheridan at Tricosi. Male black long braids, blue coat, rainbow scarf, threatening to beat up another male inside. 24th District, Zone 11, station clear. 83 David.
83 David. Alright, that's 08302. 08302.
935 units and 9 citywide. We have a person with a gun. 5438 South Union Ave. 5438 South Union Ave in the basement. Daughter, 16-year-old, was threatened with a gun, is now outside trying to kick her windows in. There are children on scene. Zone 9. Just Zone 13, District 9, clear.
7383 Charlie.
83 Charlie.
Can I get a VIN number 79 from the red line upper?
Alright, that's 08320. 08320.
Thank you.
Units in 6 and citywide, we're getting reports of a burglary in progress at 8127 South Wentworth. Looks like the caller heard a door slam inside her home while being inside alone. Ran outside and heard someone opening the doors to her mom's car in the backyard. No further. Zone A clear.
7388, David.
88, David.
Event number, Blue Line, riding train, run number 222, inbound from Illinois Medical District.
They're down there a long time, ain't they?
08360. 08360.
138, Adam.
83, Adam.
Then for the 95th red.
That's going to be 08393.
We're trying to figure out what's going on down there. Listen to Citywide.
97, Adam.
Event number, Blue Line, UIC Halsted.
Take 08396. 08396.
7395, boy.
95, boy.
They got red line checking Monroe.
08405. 08405.
7088, Adam and boy.
88, Adam.
The number for the Blue Line and the Medical District.
08413. 08413.
Four, thanks.
No.
3386, Charlie.
86, Charlie.
3630, can I give you my number for Select and Lake Agreement?
Take 08423. 08423. 3214.
Yeah, we pushed her over to the right lane. She's going to get her own tow, just in case anybody calls. It's a white Equinox.
Okay, 10-4.
7395 Davis.
95, David.
Can I get an even number for the red line on Monroe?
08450. 08450.
7383, Adam.
83, Adam.
That's for the 95th red.
Alright, that's going to be 08466. 08466.
386,
Stand by on City Bar 1.
Marine unit headquarters.
Stand by real quick on City Bar 1.
Unit coming out City Bar 1.
Marine unit headquarters.
Go ahead.
Squad, can you please hold on M12 doing ice rescue training at DuSable Harbor?
7395, Charlie.
You said M12, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ice rescue training. Take event number 084.
They just came out with a bunch of people. There you go. Right there.
Oh, red check.
Right there. I told you. Right there. See that there?
Take event number 08495.
So they're looking for somebody. You see that there? They got somebody in custody, actually, don't they? Right there.
08502. 8680. 8680, go. Okay, powering the red line. Take event number 08503.
SubX.News on the spot reporting downtown Chicago. We're right here at about 200 or so, 150 South State Street. Tactical units have gone down into the subway system. And they do have, it looks like one person in custody there in the hoodie there. You see that there? SubX.News on the spot reporting downtown Chicago. We've seen a flurry of activity. We're at Huntington Bank on Wacker. And now we've seen a bunch of activity here on State Street. There's a bunch of kids running around here. And now somebody's in custody. There you go. And we're listening to the radio calls too.
Charlie.
There you go. Someone's in custody there. See that there?
Just clear me so I can log in real quick.
Okay, you can try that.
There you go. Someone's in custody right there. SubX.News on the spot reporting. Downtown Chicago rush hour. There you go.
4600.
The only guys that are covering the downtown Chicago area. There you go. He's going into that car there. You see him there? There you go.
I can hear you now, squad. Just an FYI, these subject is in custody from the SWAT incident.
All right, subject in custody at 1651 on our time.
There's another SWAT incident today. Listen up.
40.
That's somewhere else.
4600, can you copy my radio?
I can hear you now, SWAT. Just an FYI, the subject is in custody from the SWAT incident.
All right, subject in custody at 1651 on our time.
7340.
7340?
So one in custody here in downtown Chicago.
I'm going to go on the west side. I'm going to do a trip mission.
All right, we're going to use 08571. 08571.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
7372.
7372.
I don't follow the protest no more. I used to, but I don't know where. I don't. Oh, there's a. You mean that guy, right?
08592. 08592.
That guy. There's a sign right there. General Strike. That one. There.
4734.
There you go, man.
4734.
There you go, man. All these cops are leaving now, man. See that there?
That SWAT job, correct?
Yes, 10-4. Send it to custody.
They're leaving now, right?
7388, David.
88, David.
Please have an event number for checking the train. Train number 314, blue line.
Yeah, there's some Gaza stuff happening here. There's a bunch of protesters, right?
All right, it's 08684. 08684.
I knew something was up.
10-4. 7383, Charlie.
There's a bunch of guys in those trucks, man. Other attack
Can I get
trucks.
an event number for 79th and Red Line lower?
Man, oh man.
It's 08693. 08693.
Now they're going behind me, it looks like. We're gonna follow it. We're just gonna follow these guys around, man. That's where the action's at.
Sure, blue line.
There's some more action in front of us. You see that there?
08699.
There's something going on over there. Did you see that? Let's keep going. Huh?
Over at 1000 North Lakeshore Drive. Caller says she just saw a young male, slim fit, black coat, and near the water. She saw him earlier walking on the water.
SubX.News, downtown Chicago. It's hot down there. And there ain't nobody here. I was going to do a video of how abandoned it is.
95, David.
Whatever.
Can we get a cage car?
What? Cage car for what? Let's listen.
08699.
Let's listen up.
And this is for the air. Over at 1000 North Lakeshore Drive. Caller says she just saw a young male, slim fit, black coat, khaki pants near the water. He saw him earlier walking on the water, which is ice, and he's now walking northbound on the walking trail.
There's something going on behind me. I see blue lights.
95, David.
Monroe, red line. Can we get a cage car?
Right here, Monroe Red Line. That was right here.
395 Charlie.
That's what you just heard, right?
7395 Charlie?
Yeah, we got one in custody of Monroe red. You let my sergeant know we got CR.
Is that all the one with David also?
Oh, yeah, it's the same one, yeah.
All right, a sergeant for 7395 Charlie?
7395, must be notified, please.
All right.
That's this arrest. Listen up. Listen up one more time. That's this arrest.
95, David.
You just witnessed.
95, David.
Monroe, red line. Can we get a cage car?
10-4, gonna run.
7395 Charlie.
7395 Charlie?
Yeah, we got one in custody of Monroe red. You let my sergeant know we got CR.
Is that all the one with David also?
Oh, yeah, it's the same one, yeah.
All right, a sergeant for 7395 Charlie?
7395, must be notified, please.
All right.
7386 Eddie.
That you just heard that. That was the arrest here, right? You heard that.
For Howard and red line.
Take 08732. 08732.
For the units in one of the citywide, I have a person with a gun, 2000 South Wabash, the alley between State and Wabash. Caller says a male black wearing a black hat with a jacket and a sweater, is arguing with a female black, heavy-build, braids, wearing a black long-sleeve shirt.
2000
They're both
South
arguing, and they're
Wabash.
both pointing guns at each other. Nothing further is on for clear.
And then you have 114 responding for the transport, 95 Charlie.
7386 Adam.
86 Adam.
Okay, another event number.
For the units and one in the citywide.
I gotta get that call again.
7388 David.
88 David.
Please have an event number for checking the train number 314, Blue Line, UIC Halstead in 4734.
4734.
But the offenders in custody at that SWAT job, correct?
Yes, 10-4. Offenders in custody.
Thank you. 7388 David.
88 David.
Please have an event number for checking the train number
Chicago arrest,
314,
Red Line,
Blue
Monroe.
Line, UIC Halstead inbound.
About 5
Alright, it's
p.m.
08684.
January 30th, 2026.
10-4.
Okay.
7383 Charlie.
83 Charlie.
Can I get an event number for 79th and Red Line lower?
It's 08693. 08693.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
87 Adam and Boyd.
87 Adam.
Show us Blue Line at Damon.
08699. 08699. And this is for the air, over at 1000 North Lakeshore Drive. Caller says she just saw a young male, slim fit, black coat, khaki pants near the water. He saw him earlier walking on the water, which is ice, and he's now walking northbound on the walking trail, just in case, just for information.
395 David.
95 David.
Red Monroe, Red Line. Can we get a cage car?
10-4, I'll get him rolling.
7395 Charlie.
7395 Charlie?
Yeah, we got one in custody in Monroe, Red. You let my sergeant know we got CR.
Is that all the one with David also?
Oh, yeah, it's the same one, yeah.
That's this
All right,
one we just seen.
7395 Charlie?
7395, must be notified.
All right.
7386 Eddie.
7386 Eddie?
Event for Howard and Red Line.
Take 08732. 08732.
For the units and one in the citywide, has person with a gun, 2000 South Wabash, the alley between State and Wabash. Caller says a male black, wearing a black hat with a jacket and a sweater, is arguing with a female black, heavy build, braids, wearing a black long sleeve shirt. They're both arguing and they both are pointing guns at each other. Nothing further is on for clear.
And then you have 114 responding for the transport, 95 Charlie.
There's something going on right behind me. The cops are coming up behind me right now. There's something going on right behind me. You'll see. Watch, the cops are coming up right here. Look.
0876.
Right there. So something's going there. I seen the blue lights over there. So we're gonna go see where this guy's going.
86 boy.
Crime chasing.
7386 boy.
You got it. You gotta pay attention. So where's he going?
Boy, you trying to come in?
86 boy, can I get an event number for collecting link on the Blue Line?
Where is he going? You gotta watch that guy's lights, right?
Alright, it's 08796. 08796.
83 days.
It's going south. Maybe he's going down to. They might be down on the. They might be running the trains, doing the crime on the trains, and then they going down the tracks, right? To each station.
83 Adam.
Event for the 95th Red.
08802. 08802. 86 David.
Event number Chicago Red.
That guy didn't care, man. He turned on the red.
08822. 08822.
SubX.News, that's what you're watching. We're doing a little crime chasing, old-fashioned crime chasing today. There's a lot of stuff. There was already a homicide on the west side today, by the way. And another SWAT, as you heard, happened today. We're up to date on our calls, but there you go, but. Oh. I don't know what's going on with my holders. It's like they get weird sometimes, and whatever. Just do it and repost it, right? So we're up to date on our calls, it looks like. We're in real time now. So whatever comes across the radio is happening now. We're going to go down to the red line over there. There might be something going on over there. Because they might have got on the trains, right? And ran down. It's starting to snow, by the way. Starting to snow, everybody, because they said lake effect snow is coming in, right? So we might have to do a Snowmageddon broadcast. Right, there you go, right? It's 5:18. We just noticed that flurries are starting to come down there. I don't know if you can see them there, but you can see them in the light there. See that there? Snow is starting to come down here in downtown Chicago. There's a lot of police activity. I heard there's a protest going on here. I don't know anything about that. But I know they just arrested a guy down on the red line. And then we've seen cops going, I think they're going over here to Roosevelt Station here. We'll see. But be safe, be careful.
Citywide shots fired. 6-8 Justine. Caller heard 5 shots. I have no further nothing.
Hey, it's starting to snow, right? Gonna be an interesting Friday night. Checks are getting cut, right? It's the first of the month. It's snowing and it's a weekend. It's gonna be a wild night. It's starting to snow and a bunch of stuff happening in downtown Chicago. We're gonna try to keep up with everything. 5:18 p.m. January 30th, 2026. So you think so? So what's it? Guys, tell me what's going on, man. My viewers are smarter than me. I just drive around in a car with a video. You guys know more than me, man. I'm just like a little rabbit that goes after the carrots. You know what I mean? You guys are the smart ones. You guys are the ones that are putting out the carrots for me. Oh, downtown? What's going on, Marietta? Someone said it's Gaza protest, right? Or is there what, LGBTQ protests? Is it Gaza, LGBTQ? Is it Ukraine? Which one is it? I can't keep up with all these protests anymore. We're gonna go over here and see if they're arresting anybody at the dope spot, right? Dun, 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 dun. We'll go over here. Let's see how the dope spot's doing, right? They cleaned this one up.
88 David.
Event number for train number 3346, UIC Halstead, inbound blue line.
Take 08900. 08900.
08900. 10-4.
I don't see any police side. They arrested everybody here. They arrested 10 or 12. I appreciate you, Marietta. You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to rebuild here. We need to get back to helping each other, helping the community. And look, I don't know, we were talking about this with the other crime chasers and bloggers in Chicago. We had a big meeting last year or 2 years ago once. I'd like to have a big picnic or a party for all of us, right? That like crime chasing, do blogging, maybe do Facebook, and whatever you do, YouTubers, right? And we just have a big picnic, all of us, right? And just hang out a little bit, right? Yeah, they chased all the drug dealers out from this area. They arrested 8 or 9 guys over here. The Cook County Sheriff's did. So we're gonna go around the block, see what's going on here, huh? But yeah, we should do a big, we're gonna, like you know how they do the Net Roots something convention down in San Antonio or something? They did it for the Net Citizens, right? We should do that in Chicago. All of us activists, right? Net activists. That's what they call them. No, it's a different thing. There's bloggers, there's activists, and then there's influencers. I don't know what we are, man. We were kind of like activist kind of people, news guys, right? So I talk stuff. I talk about politics and social justice and all that, right? And how things should be and it should be better, right? I am, right? Well, there you go. That just Sip and Savor, man. Is that closed or what? Yeah, that's bankrupt right there. Sip and Savor closed, man. Right there. Didn't make it.
7383.
It looks like it's bankrupt, right? Is that open or what? Is that another business closed?
08926. 08926.
Yeah, I think they're bankrupt, right? They're not open anymore. There we go. Maybe we'll go out and do a little video on that, right? He's selling his perfumes there, right? I just noticed that, right? Sip and Savor is closed, right? See that there? Can I get out over there without getting arrested? I don't want to get arrested, right? Or my car towed. If I can go real quick, then I'll go do a quick... Yeah, I just noticed it. That's closed. I don't want to get towed, right? That's the point. They tow cars here, man, right? Like real quick. Because the tow truck drivers, there's a guy with a tow truck right behind me. If I leave my car, they're gonna tow it like instantly. That's how they are out here. I'd like to do a little video. I'm gonna show you guys something here. Let's go take a look at this real quick, right? Where this tow truck guy is behind me. I don't want to get towed, right?
Afternoon, 23 units and 4. We got a person with a gun at 8837 Exchange. 8837 Exchange. Well called. You got a male black wearing all black. He has a assault rifle out on him. He last seen going eastbound. Zone 8, station clear.
Where the heck was that, man? Assault rifle. That's not safe, is it?
Afternoon, 23 units and 4. We got a person with a gun at 8837 Exchange. 8837 Exchange. Well called. You got a male black wearing all black. He has an assault rifle out on him. He last seen going eastbound. Zone 8, station clear.
Person with an assault rifle on 88th and Exchange. That tow truck's right behind me. I can't get out of my car now. I want to do a video, but I don't trust that guy, man. He'll be towing me. Like Lincoln towing in the old days. Remember those guys? Oh, that's not good. A person with an assault rifle, that's kind of dangerous sounding, don't it? Now we're going to go show you this coffee shop. This coffee shop must have just shut down. And well, I don't trust this. my brother? John, SubX.News. I cover the news downtown.
It's all right.
Huh? What's up, man? Looks like they closed that coffee shop. What's up with those motherfuckers? Huh?
I'm a little old lady, bro.
Yeah, me too, man. Me neither, man. Be safe, my brother. SubX.News, 5:30, January 30th, Roosevelt and Wabash. So let me show you the result. What happens when you allow crime and drug dealing and malfeasance to happen in your city, right? This is a main train station here. You see that there? This is a main one here, Roosevelt. Roosevelt, red line, orange line, green line. There's a lot of stations here. You want to see what happens when you let crime happen? See that? That's a coffee shop. It's out of business. People drink coffee, right? You walk around before or after work. Look at that. It's abandoned. See that there? It's not open. It's not closed for the night. It's closed forever. It's bankrupt. Again, this is a main place. The museums are over there. The lakefront's over there. See that there? Aurelio's Pizza closed down the street. So what I want to show you is this. When you have a government that allows crime, drug dealing, vagrancies, and harming of people, this is what you get. You can't even have a coffee shop, a snack shop, by a main train station. That's a main train station there. You can't have it. Aurelio's Pizza is closed. It's over there. So it's two things. It's the economy and it's bad governance. Again, this is a main train station. They can't stay open. There's another store there closed. You see that there? See that store over there? Didn't that used to be Stan's Donuts or something? Right there, it looks like it's shut down too. See that one right there? So there's two businesses that have been closed. That's a business that's closed there, isn't it? I think it is. Right there, right in front. So two businesses are closed here. Oh, that's not good. That's bad. SubX.News on the spot reporting. 5:30 p.m. January 30th, 2026. Main train station down here in downtown Chicago. We just figured out two stores closed. A lot of drug dealing, drug activity, and crime in this area. That's the problem. Too little, too late. All right. That's what you see. I just noticed that. Strange, right? Alright. Warm up. Oh. There we go, alright. Put this back in here. You guys just see, I just discovered all these stores are closed here, right? Yeah. Taxing the drugs and the crime in this area. Both. It's both, right? It's both. You can't have it, right? And let's see this on the 5:30 news.
Jerome Powell, whom the president has repeatedly criticized for not cutting interest rates more swiftly. A jury has found a 52-year-old Milwaukee man guilty of felony identity
More
theft.
closed businesses down on the South Loop. Coffee shops can't even make it by the main
Prosecutors
transportation
allege
hub
that
here.
Demetric Scott wrote
By
letters
Wabash
threatening to
and
kill the
Roosevelt.
president in the name of an undocumented immigrant in an effort to have the man deported and to get a
5:30
criminal case
p.m.,
dismissed.
January 30th,
Scott was accused of
2026.
stabbing Ramon Morales Reyes and stealing his bike. While in jail, prosecutors say he wrote the letters. Morales Reyes was arrested and was used as an example of the work of immigration authorities by Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem. Later, authorities determined he couldn't have written the letters because of his limited English. Morales Reyes is still in Milwaukee with his family. He
That's
has
a good
pending
excuse.
immigration case. Mike Krauser, News Radio, 105.9 WBBM.
The Chicago School Board has voted to sell 2 of its school properties that have been vacant for more than a decade.
Paderewski Elementary School in the Little Village neighborhood and Armstrong Elementary School in the Austin neighborhood were closed in 2013. There were 3 bids for Paderewski. The chosen bid went to P3 Markets LLC for more than $55,000. P3 Markets plans to turn the site into an 86-unit affordable housing development. Meanwhile, there were 2 bids for Armstrong Elementary. Winning bid was Breakaway Community Development for $100,000. It plans to redevelop the main school building for use as an athletic training facility, especially for young athletes who don't have access to such facilities. Bernie Tafoya, News Radio, 105.9 WBBM.
Bruce Springsteen performed at First Avenue in Minneapolis today for a concert that organizers say was in support of the families of Alex Preddy and Renee Good, 2 Minneapolis residents recently killed during interactions with ICE.
So this is for people in Minneapolis, people in Minnesota, and the people of our good country, the United States of America.
Yesterday, Springsteen released a protest song in honor of Preddy and Good titled Streets of Minneapolis. He sang it in front of a crowd of hundreds in a sold-out concert that included Rage Against the Machine guitarist Tom Morello and the rock band Rise Against. Journalist Don Lemon is heading to federal court. CBS's Ian Lee reports that he was arrested for allegedly taking part in an anti-ICE protest at a church in Minnesota.
The Justice Department claims Lemon was part of this protest that disrupted a church service in St. Paul, Minnesota. The now independent journalist has said he was only covering the event.
Prosecutors have to show probable cause that there was an actual agreement to interfere with protected rights.
Lemon's attorney, Abby Lowell, released a statement that says in part that he has been a journalist for 30 years and his constitutionally protected work in Minneapolis was no different than what he has always done. Today is a national strike day opposing the Trump administration's immigration crackdown. Organizers calling for no work, no school, and no shopping. However, some Chicago small businesses need to stay open to stay afloat. So many shops around the city are donating a portion of their sales to organizations in Minneapolis as a way to still aid with the National Day of Protest. Others are opening their doors and offering free classes or items to support the community. From endless road repairs to higher fares, your commute keeps changing. You can count on us to track every delay and every increase with traffic and weather together on the 8s and dedicated reporting. Your Chicago commuting companion is News Radio 105.9 WBBM.
The time to refresh your interior space is now. FinishingChicago.com has the industry experts in glass systems, drywall finishing, wall covering, commercial painting, and signage. Whether it's a hotel lobby or a corporate workspace, first impressions matter. Now more than ever, people expect spaces that feel refreshing, thoughtful, and aligned with how they live and work. Make the most of your space by utilizing Finishing Chicago contractors. For a great finish, start with FinishingChicago.com. New chapters.
So imagine you just seen 2 businesses closed in a very busy area, the transportation hub, right? That's a hub there. That's what that is. And these leftists are doing what? So the left are the ones that are what? Promoting drugs and all of that crap, right? And then they say, well, we're going to have a strike on top of it. So not only are you suffering from crime and drugs and bad business from the COVID, now they want to what? Shut you down. It's kind of wild, isn't it? This is the thing. If you're pro-social justice like I am, you need to be pro-employment. You don't shut down businesses. You create businesses. That's what I was talking about earlier when I got involved in the crime here, right? When are we going to teach young people how to have jobs, how to fix our country? Even us older guys, maybe we have to transition to something else. I don't know, like I am now. I'm trying to do the news, right? We need news people. We need cooks. We need cleaners. We need mechanics. We need people who paint the bridges. I talked about these bridges here. Why don't they paint these things? When the migrants are around, say, why didn't they give the migrants a paint bucket and paint all of these things? We gave all those migrants a free place to stay, but look, our train tracks are all rusted. Give them a brush, give them a wire brush, a bucket of paint there. Go paint it. That's it. Paint it. What do? Paint it. There's a bucket, there's a brush, there's a paint. Paint it. Give them a ladder, and that's it. Paint the whole damn tracks. That'll take them a couple of years, right? They learn a skill.
38 to the tri.
That's the point I'm trying to make. There's none of that's happening. It's zero. We're spending billions and billions and billions of dollars. We got politicians saying he's good, he's bad. You just heard Trump talking about the Epstein files. They lie. What are you talking about? Files don't lie. They're a file. What are you talking about? They lie. There ain't no files lying. Are you in them? Why are you in them? Well, because you were his buddy. Okay, did you sleep with girls? The underage girls? If you didn't, what do you got to worry about, right? I don't know. If you didn't do nothing wrong, what do you got to worry about, right? That's weird, the way Trump acts always. And you know what I mean? It's strange. So we've seen downtown, maybe, I don't know. Well, let's see what else we can see tonight, right? We'll keep moving.
On the Ronald Reagan Tollway, you can expect delays either way in spots between the Aurora Toll Plaza and the Eisenhower Expressway. And on the Veterans Tollway, slower than normal traffic in both directions. Between I-55 and Lake Street, Route 53 northbound heavy past the Adams to Euclid. If you're driving on I-80 today, traffic is heavy through Joliet on either side. Your westbound delay starts at US 30. 8094 Northwest Indiana, just to back up westbound as you make your way through Gary. Your next report from the Metro Traffic Center, 548 News Radio 105.9 WBBM.
WBBM AccuWeather. Slippery travel will continue into tonight, remaining quite cold tonight and tomorrow with bands of lake effect snow. Storm totals of 1 to 3 inches in and around Chicago through the day tomorrow, though 3 to 6 can accumulate in the more persistent bands, and about 6 to 12 inches possible in areas like Porter County on eastern Indiana, resulting in dangerous travel. Low tonight 9, high tomorrow 23. Quite cold tomorrow night with a low of 11. It's 18 at O'Hare, 19 at Midway, 20 at the lakefront. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Carrie Schwendenhammer.
It's 5:40. A comedic actress has died at the age of 71.
Toronto native Catherine O'Hara was a writer for that city's famed Second City sketch comedy troupe, then as Gilda Radner's understudy.
You're not gonna blow me up, are you?
When she left, O'Hara became a regular alongside the likes of Eugene Levy and John Candy.
Kevin!
In the 80s, new levels of fame, starring in hits like the Home Alone films and Beetlejuice.
You can't put a price on dignity.
She also starred in TV hits like Schitt's Creek and The Studio with Seth Rogen. Matt Wolf, CBS News.
The hockey community is rallying behind a Colorado girls team after a deadly car accident.
The Santa Clarita Lady Flyers were on their way to a tournament when a snowplow crossed the median of I-70 and hit their van. The player's father was killed. 3 adults and 4 of the 12-year-old girls were injured. Marty Richardson, president of the Dog Nation Hockey Foundation, says a lot of people have asked how they can help.
Everybody takes care of each other, and it truly is a hockey family at that point.
At the Lady Flyers home rink, other teams are putting pink tape on their sticks.
If you tape the stick pink, it would help, be nice for what happened.
Michael Wallace, CBS News.
The South Suburban mayor has died.
Harvey Mayor Christopher Clark has died. The city released a statement confirming the death, extending condolences to his family. Clark had missed the most recent Harvey City Council meeting because of health issues and had been in and out of the hospital. No specific details of his health were revealed. Harvey officials say the city will continue operating as normal. The city's announced mass furloughs recently because of significant budget issues. Cisco Cotto, News Radio 105.9 WBBM.
At the editor's desk today, Susan Glick, our writer Cecilia Fergakis, assistant producers Cosme Cruz and Rachel Duckett, traffic producers.
There you go. We still got some Christmas here in Delano Courts, right?
Stories and sports. It's 5:42.
If you've ever stopped scrolling and wondered, can I trust
I think they reopened those theaters over there. I like they come here because they have a parking underneath. It gets validated, and you got the theaters up there. That was AMC, I think, at one time, but they closed down. They went bankrupt, and now I think it's something else. It's a nice place. And they used to have a lot of restaurants here, but I think they all closed too. You see that there? It's like, you know, well, they had murders and stuff all around on this area, right? They murdered a kid down the street, right, by the White Palace Grill. So you can't have murders and crime. That's the problem. You got to stop. It's like Marietta keeps talking about, right? You got to stop that crime, right? You can't continue to have crime and think everything is okay. It's not how life goes. Crime doesn't go along with business. Crime is crime, right? See that was, let me show you this. See, so we're showing you that I'm driving around and look, I concentrate on some things and I look, and that's all we have to do. But look at this. There's businesses closed here. These are all closed businesses, right? These are all closed businesses. 5:43 p.m. January 30th. Look at all these closed businesses at Delano Court. See that there? There's a whole bunch of closed businesses. I think they finally opened up the theater again here. So I know that closed down for a little while, but you see that? There's not enough business here to keep these restaurants open. That was all businesses there on that side, and then here's some more businesses on this. Look at how many stores are closed. Look at it. What is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Right all in it. You can't run a business that way. There's no way you can run a business with that many empty stores. Look at that. Look at how many empty stores are here, right? I mean, and we keep getting people lying that the economy's good. It's not good. Look at that. This whole section is closed. Look. Do you see that? How many stores are closed? How many square feet are abandoned? Well, that's a lot. That ain't even funny. Look at how many are closed here. Look at that. There's a 50% vacant here. Did you just see? I didn't even notice this stuff. I didn't know that many stores were closed here. Delano Court. Well, that's because there's crime all around here, right? Look at that. All those stores are closed. There you go. See that there? How many did you count so far, right? Right? How many did you count, right? See that there? Man, I think it's 50%. You can call it about 50%. Don't you guys think it's 50% empty here, Delano Court? Wow, all these stores are closed. Unbelievable. 5:45 p.m. January 30th, 2026. Look at that. How many stores did you just count that are closed out here? There's a lot. Well, they do a lot of smash and grabs. There's a lot of violence over here, so it's what happens. That's what happens when you got a guy that says what the kids are doing is just being kids and being silly. See that? Look at all those stores closed. I think it's at least 50% closed. At least. At least. At least. That's a shame. There you go. It's a nice spot. I love this spot. See that? Delano Courts. About 50 to 60% vacant.
On illegal platforms. Queen guitarist Brian May has ruled out touring in the U.S. for the foreseeable future because of the potential danger it would pose. Speaking to the Daily Mail, the 78-year-old did not specify the exact dangers the band might face, but his comments come at a time when many American citizens and foreign visitors
at least 50% vacancy here in Delano Courts. It's a shame. This is a really nice development.
It's 5:46.
They were ravaged by smash and grabs, violence, and murders. And this is the result. And plus lying about the economy.
WBBM's Rick Gregg has the story.
Declan Doyle is leaving.
5:45 p.m. January 30th,
from Ben
2026.
Johnson last week at the Bears season-ending news conference.
Dec's done a phenomenal job this year. He's everything I thought he was going to be, and some. He's got tremendous presence in front of the players. Extremely smart. I think the future is bright for a guy like Declan.
Right after that, Johnson said that he hoped the Bears would be able to keep Doyle for a long time. They were not, because while he'll have the same title in Baltimore that he did here, offensive coordinator, he'll get to call plays there, something Johnson does and will continue to do here in Chicago.
Covering the Bears, Rick Gregg, News Radio 105.9 WBBM.
The Blackhawks try to end their 4-game losing streak tonight at home versus the Blue Jackets. Hawks were outclassed last night by the Penguins, falling in Pittsburgh 6-2. Defenseman Connor Murphy called that loss a slap in the face.
Maybe take it either as a lesson or just as a wake-up call for each guy on our team to know that can't happen. And these games are so important that we can't just crumble and give ourselves no chance as the game goes on later.
Puck drop at 7:30 tonight.
I'm hungry. I gotta
firing
get some
General
eat.
Manager Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah after
Maybe
giving
I
him
get a pork
contract
chop sandwich?
extension just last year. Adolfo-Mensah spent 4 years with the Vikings. Minnesota
Let's
made
see
the
if I can
playoffs
get
twice during that time, but failed to
Yeah, I'll
win a
give me a
postseason
pork
game.
chop sandwich. How
With
about
sports
that?
at 16 and 46, I'm Adam Stasinski from the Score, coming Monday to 104.3 FM on News Radio 105.9 WBBM.
It's 5:48. Traffic and weather together on the 8s. Good day for it. Here's Neil Fiorito.
Yeah, we have some traffic on the Dan Ryan here, Brandon, on the way out here. Sounds like a stall maybe in the express lanes. Right around 63rd, you're heavy in the express and the local lanes. From 47th to that point at 63rd, 26 outbound, you're 21 in on the Dan Ryan. Travel time on the Edens in 38 and 25 out to Lake Cook Road.
Maybe I'll meet up
from
with
Lake Avenue
Justin.
to the spur ramp. On the Kennedy in 1 hour, just 28 out to the airport. That's it. Eisenhower ends at hour 11 from I-90 into downtown, 37 in from Manheim. Heading out to Manheim, 27. On the Stevenson, you're about 48 either way, to and from the Veterans Tollway. Slower traffic than normal with the snowy conditions in Will County on 55 in both directions, in spots between I-80 and the Veterans Tollway. On I-57 outbound 8.
Hey, Justin, it's Kugler. Hey, where you at? What are you doing for dinner? I'm hungry. I'll buy. Where you guys at? I'm not buying for the whole crew. One, not all of your guys. Where you guys at? Oh, I can't be in Naperville. They don't allow me in that town. Alrighty, I'm over here by Jim's Puller, so I might just stop and give me a puller. I was gonna say, if you're around, then I'll get it. So how long before you get back into the city? About an hour or two, right? Because of traffic. Alright, I might see you running around. I'll see. I might go home a little bit, take a break. Then you gonna be out on the streets or what? Alright, maybe we'll meet up somewhere, get a coffee or something at a McDonald's. Do you know where you're gonna be? West side, south side, or are you just gonna run with whatever happens? Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go grab me a pork chop sandwich, and then what I'll do is I'm gonna still do some stuff. I might meet you somewhere tonight, okay? Alright. Take care of those young men, alright? You got a good mentor in you. You keep them on the right track, okay? You're doing a good job. Good job, alright? Take it easy. Talk to you later. Bye. Bye. It's Justin. He's out in Naperville. He's doing something with his kids that he mentors.
Dedicated to news around the clock. News Radio 105.
I'm gonna get me a pork chop kind of sandwich.
Some business owners and neighbors along Grand Avenue in Chicago's West Town area are hoping they can get the city to tap the brakes on plans to add a protected bike lane. Bids have gone out for the work on Grand between Ogden and Damon 3 years after the city began work on the plan. Business owner Doug Van Tress says that he and others have met with local alderman Daniel LaSpada, who told them that it's too late to make any significant changes.
He said a very small change here and there, like adding a parking space or reducing one of the concrete berms, one of the islands that they build, that might be possible. I'd be willing to walk the street with you. So we'll probably take him up on that.
The spokesperson for the alderman's office says that construction is expected to begin in the next several months. Many U.S. allies are warming their relations with China in response to President Trump's tariffs and his demands to take over Greenland from NATO ally Denmark.
What's up, Jay? Oh yeah, Justin. Man, he was busy yesterday. He picked up that second SWAT one I didn't find, and that second SWAT one isn't still up on the CPD. Because I checked my CPD stuff, I don't see that second SWAT one. There was another SWAT on Cornell, 82nd Cornell, and today there was a SWAT somewhere else. So there's a lot of stuff happening that we're not being told. Look, oh, that's Salvation Army there, right? There's a lot of businesses closed here. Look at that. There's more business. Look at that. There's more businesses closed here. See that there? It's all businesses closed, man. It's sad. That's, and you know what I mean?
backing Trump this week alone.
And there's traffic because of the highway. Everybody's getting out of the city. That's what we're seeing here. That's what this is.
I'm Karen Shaw.
552.
It's mostly suburbanites. What you're watching is suburbanites right here, leaving the city. There's a lot of police activity behind me. I'm going to throw on the scanner feed. How about that? Let's listen to the scanner. We'll go back, what, a half hour maybe? Oh, man, why did I do that? Oh, I pushed the wrong button. Oh, let's get to the right button here. We'll go back. It's 5:52. We'll go to about 5:30 maybe. Because I did that thing at, why don't I go to 5 o'clock, right? All right, let's see what's going on here. See if we missed anything, right?
For Howard and Red Line. Take 08732. 08732.
Chi-Town Crime Chasers.
One in the citywide has a person with a gun, 2000 South Wabash, the alley between State and
We
Wabash.
heard that one, right?
Caller says a male.
7386 Adam.
86 Adam.
Here another event number for Jackson Red Line.
Now it's going to be 08776. 08776.
7386 boy.
86 boy. 7386 boy.
See, that's all the suburbanites going home. See that? Waiting to get on the highway. All scared.
Alright, there's 08796. 08796.
See all the people trying to get home? They're all getting on the highway there. The highway's back now.
08797. 08797.
See that there?
7383 Adam.
83 Adam.
Event from 95th Red.
08802. 08802. 86 David.
Event number Chicago Red.
That's going to be 08822. 08822.
You see that? We're
7 on citywide shots fired. 6 agents just seen. Caller heard 5 shots. I heard.
look at that. So they got green lights where people are walking and then traffic is coming. We got it.
Event number for train number 3346, UIC Halstead, inbound blue line.
Take 08900. 08900.
08900. 10-4.
Now watch out for pedestrians, right?
83 Adam.
Event for 95th and Red.
08926. 08926.
Afternoon, 23 units and 4. We got a person with a gun at 8837 Exchange. 8837 Exchange. Well call. You got a male black wearing all black. He has a assault rifle out on him. He last seen going eastbound. Zone 8, station clear.
3326.
3326.
Hold myself in 31 down at United Center.
That's fine. You want to use the detail number?
Yes, ma'am.
Alright, 08115. 08115.
Alright, 222.
You're gonna get me a pork chop sandwich. How about that?
Shots fired at 45 and Drexel, 45th Street and Drexel. Male caller on a cell phone reporting 15 to 20 loud reports. Did not see anything. Nothing else going on in the area right now. That's the 2nd District, Zone 7. 7387 Adam.
87.
Can I get one for platform check? Staying in the blue line.
Alright, it's going to be 08985. 08985.
3331.
3331.
Yes, can I please get an event number for Hometown 39 Center, the Blackhawk?
Oh, 08115. 08115.
Okay, all units in 4 incinerator responded to the person with the gun at 8837 Exchange. Slow it down, slow it down. 70 station clear.
7373. Nope.
7372.
Can I get an event number for 69 in red?
Take 09016. 09016.
Alright, let's get a pork chop sandwich.
738 Charlie.
Oh, let's get a pork chop sandwich, right? What's up? Why'd you give me a pork chop sandwich tonight? Yeah, give me a pork chop sandwich. What do you got, Pepsi or Coke? Look at that, man. Look at that, what he's making over there. Look at that. Do you see that? What's up, my brother? You're not hiding from your girlfriend, are you? Never. I would never. Be careful, man. I would never hide from her. Especially when she boils that water at night when you go to sleep, my brother. What do you got, a Coke or a Pepsi? Give me a Pepsi, all right?
All right, pork chop and a Pepsi.
Pork chop and a Pepsi over here. Come on over here to Jim's tonight, everybody. Get yourself some dinner.